What's up, my fellow gamers? I hope you guys are all having a great day today, just full of positivity and happiness, dude. Because today we're going to be talking about something that does not make me very happy, and that of course is the recent March update from 343 regarding Halo Infinite. Which, you know, I'm just really shocked by 343's ability to even put out an update during these trying times, man. Like, you know, we really owe them a round of applause because let's not forget about this tweet, man. So someone by the name of Team Respawn says, "You guys have previously said in the past you would do better about notifying players of outages, but I've yet to see any real progress on this. Why is it so hard to let players know that it's suffering from an outage on @Halo support?" And he tags a bunch of 343 employees, to which one replies and says, "Hey, my friend, I wasn't aware this was down as I was paying attention to Russia bombing a country of innocent people and going through the emotional response of being a father and thinking about my son growing up in a world of war. I'll be following up on this now." I mean, just truly brave, truly heroic. You know, 343 is truly going above and beyond the Call of Duty in this situation. Somehow, just like the rest of the world, they still manage to do their job. You know, we truly do not deserve developers like 343, and they really are setting an example out there for the rest of the video game industry. So, you know what, round of applause for 343. You guys are doing God's work out there, but holy fucking shit, dude. Imagine using an international crisis to damage control for the fact that the wonderful development team over at 343 has once again either lied or completely missed the targeted date for something coming out. Who would have guessed? And I guess they can no longer use the whole COVID excuse because I think people are finally wising up to the fact because, you know, the majority of the Earth has had to work remotely for the past 2 years at this point, and they've kind of realized, hey, I'm just as productive, if not more productive, working at home than I would be working at work. But somehow we're supposed to believe that the video game industry is unable to do that when literally every other industry has been capable of doing that. I mean, I get like the video game industry is filled with a bunch of sensitive little babies that we have to protect, guys. You know, we must defend game developers at all costs. Oh my god, Reddit, we did it. But I guess people finally realized that sitting at a fucking desk at home on a computer is really not that different from sitting at a fucking desk at work on a computer. So I guess they can no longer use the COVID excuse for delaying shit or not meeting their promises or deadlines. So now they're transitioning to an international crisis to do so because that's a great look. But anyway, moving on to the actual update coming out from 343. Now this update was posted on Halo Waypoint and it is titled Halo Infinite Update March 2022. And let me just tell you guys, if you were hoping that maybe Halo Infinite might make a recovery, you know, that dying player base might bounce back at this point, well, I hate to tell you, you're going to be sadly disappointed because what it looks like we're getting in Season 2 is an absolute fucking joke. Now, I know I'm being harsh on the game, but I was one of the biggest defenders of this game prior to launch, so I feel especially burned in this entire situation. Like, the fact that this game is in the state it's in currently is inexcusable by any stretch of the imagination, and I feel like the fact that I defended this game so much before launch makes it even more necessary that I come out now and call out all the bullshit surrounding the current state of this game and just the complete neglect that it's suffered from. I mean, the simple fact here is I'm not a Halo fanboy. I can call out their bullshit. I enjoy Halo. It's a fun game for me. Like, fuck it, bro. I put, like, what, 1,300 hours into MCC on Steam in the past year or two? So I'm a big Halo fan, but what I'm not is a fucking fanboy. And the only people who can honestly defend the current state of this game at this point are fucking fanboys, because Halo Infinite is a dying game by any stretch of the imagination, and motherfuckers like them are only making it worse. I mean, the Halo community loves to shit on Call of Duty, but Call of Duty Vanguard has added upwards of 10 new maps since its release. They've added new game modes, held actual special events with event-exclusive game modes that actually stand out from the normal game modes that are in the game, and on top of that, we've gotten a bunch of really cool cosmetic packs, which Halo has not seen. The primary focus of Halo Infinite, it seems like, of the past 3 or 4 months at this point, has been putting out low-tier effort cosmetic items just to milk as much money from the declining player base as humanly possible before people completely lose interest in the game and drop it completely. Like, that literally seems to be the case when it comes to Halo Infinite in its current state. I mean, as far as new content goes in Halo Infinite, we have gotten no new multiplayer maps, which in the case of ranked even, if you're a ranked player, they've actually removed a map from ranked play, so now you're down to 6 if you're a ranked player. Like, that's what we're looking at when it comes to Halo Infinite, and don't get me wrong, the maps that are there, like the 7 maps we do have, are not great by any stretch of the imagination, information in my opinion. So it just puts Halo Infinite in a very interesting situation here. Like, put this into context. As soon as I finished the Halo Infinite Battle Pass, I lost all desire to continue playing. For me, what was driving me to play that game was the Battle Pass. But MCC, for example, I put 1,300 hours into that game, never finished a single Battle Pass. So what does that tell you? On one hand, you have a game that's actually driving you to want to play because the gameplay itself is fun, whereas the other game, you're not really enjoying the game that much, but you feel the need to finish the Battle Pass. And that, I think, perfectly describes the current state of Halo Infinite. But moving on from this, guys, I don't want to get into an in-depth analysis over the current state of Halo Infinite. Let's go ahead and take a look at this recent post by 343 regarding the future of Halo Infinite. It begins, "Hey everyone, I'm here to answer two questions that we know are at the top of the mind for the Halo community. What is the Halo Infinite team working on right now?" I mean, yeah, that is a pretty genuine question because nobody would have any fucking idea. I mean, most people, including myself, would think they're just finger popping each other's assholes, but I have no idea, man. "And when can we expect new content and features?" I'll start with brief answers, then get into more detail, including sharing some new info on what's coming with Season 2. So, not too bad of a start here, but when you're dealing with 343, just prepare to be disappointed at this point. This is the focus of the Halo Infinite team in priority order. Number 1, addressing issues negatively impacting the player experience, like the complete and total lack of content updates. You know, that would be a great thing to improve the experience, but nah, we gotta wait another 3 months for that one. Number 2, completing Season 2 and delivering it as promised on May 3rd. Bro, if they don't deliver Season 2 after 6 fucking months, I don't even know how I would react with that one. Like, I give Fortnite a lot of shit, but that game really set the gold standard for continuous content updates. And number 3, continuing work on campaign co-op, Forge, and Season 3. That's right, guys. We got another 6 months before we can experience those things at the very least. So, fingers crossed we get it soon, guys. So moving on, it says, "We also have a priority 0, oh my god, that undergirds everything we do, namely team health, with an emphasis on getting ourselves into a sustainable development rhythm so that we can deliver great experiences to all of you while keeping a healthy work-life balance." Well, in order to have a work-life balance, you have to have some work in there. It can't just all be life. And I'm basically convinced at this point that no one at that office actually does anything on a daily basis. Like, 343 has to be the worst studio I have ever seen at getting content out for a free-to-play multiplayer game. Like, this shit is absolutely fucking embarrassing. Like, 4-man mobile game teams are able to get more content out than a multi-thousand person studio like 343. Like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to work-life balance when it's pretty obvious work is not even in the fucking equation, it seems like. Priority 0 means that sometimes we need to move slower so we can move faster later. Well, we're definitely waiting for that faster movement, that's for fucking sure. Frankly, these last few months have been slower than we expected, and we sincerely thank you for your patience as we stay true to the priorities above. Now let's dive into specifics. I mean, holy shit, man. I'm telling you, it moves on from COVID to now we care about our employees. Bull fucking shit. So priority number 2, shipping Season 2. If you check your Season 1 Battle Pass, you will see that Season 1 ends on May 2nd, and that's because Season 2 will launch on May 3rd. I'm very excited to announce the official name and theme for Season 2, which is Lone Wolves, which is an oddly suiting name because, let's face it, at this point, nobody who has any friends is booting up Halo Infinite to play with the fucking homies. But let's keep going on, guys. By theme, we mean a core idea that guides the creation of much, but not all, of a season's content. Lone Wolf Spartans are hunters, trackers, they're resourceful improvisers, something 343 is not familiar with, operating deep in enemy territory without resupply or support. They're fierce, rugged, and prefer to work alone, but they're still loyal to the Spartan pack. Here's an early peek at 2 of these lone wolves, which this armor looks like shit that's already in the fucking game at this point. Like, this literally looks like armor we already have and you can already equip in the game, so not really starting off strong with the cosmetic unlocks this season either, which is very disappointing. That's Spartan Sigrid Eklund on the left and Spartan Hugh Den on the right. I have no fucking clue if I said that shit right. You'll learn more about them and spend more time with Spartan Commander Lorit Agrina as you dive into Season 2's story. A mix of cinematics, story-themed events, battle pass items, systems, and more that embody the Lone Wolves theme. But like I said, not all season content is directly linked to the theme, and a prime example is our new free Fracture armor core for Season 2. Here's a concept of that core, and we can't wait to show you all the customization options for it for the free Lone Wolves armor core, which, to be fair, this actually does look pretty sick. I actually like this armor a lot. You know, so credit where credit's due on that one. I'm not just going to be completely negative for the sake of it. But during Season 2, we will also be shipping playlist updates, balance changes, new modes and maps, specifically one arena map named Catalyst and one big team battle map named Breaker. That's right, guys. We're getting one whole new map. In the span of 9 months by the end of Season 2, we will have gotten one additional multiplayer map and one additional big team battle map. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, what are they doing over there, bro? Like, Halo literally has one of the largest repositories of amazing multiplayer maps that you could literally port over in a matter of days, if not hours, and they are literally just not doing anything with them. It makes zero sense to me. The new modes include Last Spartan Standing, a free-for-all elimination mode, as well as another new mode named Land Grab, plus the return of an updated all-time favorite mode, King of the Hill. So, free-for-all, it's been in every other Halo game, nothing new. No idea what Land Grab is. My guess it's probably something like Control or Hardpoint or something in Call of Duty, and then King of the Hill's being added back, which great. All of those modes probably should have been there on day one, but you know what? Content's content. We're not getting a lot of it, but at least it's fucking something, man, which at this point is better than what we've been getting. So moving on to priority number 3, work on campaign co-op Forge in Season 3. Now this is where it gets interesting, man. We're making great progress on campaign network co-op, and to be clear, this work has been occurring in parallel to Season 2 work, as has our work on Forge. But the reality is that it's going to take more time to land a high-quality, full-featured, 4-player network co-op experience in the massive, wide-open world of Halo Infinite. We're also committed to a great 2-player split-screen co-op experience on all Xbox consoles, from the original Xbox One through the Xbox Series X, and the non-linear, wide-open sections of the campaign present some big challenges for split-screen that have taken us more time to solve. I mean, y'all motherfuckers basically had 7 years at this point, but take all the time you need, I guess. All this means is that we will not be able to ship campaign network co-op on May 3rd at the start of Season 2. Who would have fucking guessed, man? Who didn't see that one coming? But we're still aiming to deliver campaign network co-op later in Season 2, and we will share a release date for that and the split screen co-op as soon as we can. So there's no guarantee at this point still. It's anyone's guess, basically, whenever this is going to come out. It could come out at the end of Season 2. It could get pushed to Season 3, which seems pretty likely at this point, but again, no definitive date, no real idea when the fuck this is actually even going to occur. So moving on here, we're also making great progress on Forge. Indeed, we're already flighting Forge to a small group of community creators and working closely with them to ensure that all of you have a terrific experience creating, sharing, browsing, and playing Forge content. In the near term, we will continue to privately flight Forge as we develop it, while also planning for public flights later this year. We still have the goal of shipping Forge with Season 3, so we have another 6 months basically, at the very least, until we get even some semblance of Forge in Halo Infinite, which, god fucking damn, at this point, even with the delays, Halo 5 had Forge mode in the game 4 months after release. We are now having to wait basically 9 months after release in order to hope to get Forge in Halo Infinite. Like, what in the actual fuck has 343 been doing? So speaking of Season 3, while the majority of the team is tackling hot list items, shipping Season 2, and working on campaign co-op and Forge, there's also many folks already hard at work on Season 3. We'll be sharing additional details and specifics on all these development efforts at a later date. Importantly, we are not just planning to address hot list items at the start of the seasons. Similar to update 1.1.1 that launched a little more than a week ago, we intend to ship fixes, features, and content in more agile ways during our seasons. And speaking of a great seasonal content, our next Season 1 event, Tactical Ops, starts next week, so get ready for variants of Tactical Slayer mode, along with new Mark 7 core-focused rewards to earn. Oh my god, man, more SWAT, because that's such a groundbreaking addition to Halo multiplayer. We've never seen that one before. On behalf of the entire team, thank you again for your patience and your passion. Please keep the feedback coming. Know that we are listening and learning, and that we are working hard, yeah, big doubts on that one, to deliver more Halo Infinite content that we hope you'll love to play. Joseph Stat Patton, head of creative, Halo Infinite. And that is the end of the post, guys. So in summary, we're getting 3 quote-unquote new game modes to the game in Season 2, and we're getting 2 new multiplayer maps. One is a big team battle map, and one is a regular multiplayer map, and that's it. Like, for anyone holding out hope that 343 could make a great recovery with this game, or, you know, it could reinvigorate the player base and bring people back to Infinite, I don't really think this is going to be what brings people back to this game, because one new multiplayer map after 9 months, basically, is a complete fucking joke. But I mean, even with as much shit as COD gets, Vanguard has gotten a steady flow of content since release. Halo Infinite has gotten nothing except some shitty cosmetic items. That's about it, man. And in its current state, it's just, I have no desire to play this game whatsoever. Halo Infinite has completely left my rotation entirely. Like, there's just better games out to play right now. Like, fuck, you could be playing Elden Ring, the new Witch Queen expansion from Destiny, which is phenomenal, bro. Like, if you guys are fans of the old Halo games, you might want to give that shit a shot, because this has to be some of Bungie's best work to date, in all honesty. Then you have shit like Dying Light 2, even Vanguard I've been playing a lot of, games like Lost Ark. Like, there's a lot of great games out right now, and the current state of Halo Infinite is doing nothing in terms of pulling me back in, and seeing news like this does very little to get me excited for the future of the game. I hope 343 can turn it around. I mean, they're literally sitting on a gold mine of content from previous Halo games that for some reason they just refuse to put into Halo Infinite. I don't really understand it, but that would be the biggest solution to their problem right now. Just take a bunch of the Halo 5 and Halo 4 maps that are actually tuned to advanced movement systems like Halo Infinite has, put those into Halo Infinite, and that solves your map problem and game mode problem almost immediately. But they just refuse to do it for some reason, because they want to take this, I guess, strategy of like trying to drip feed content to the free-to-play audience, which that audience is drying up by the day. And at this rate, bro, Halo Infinite might even drop below Halo MCC at this point, which, I mean, it's not looking too great for the future of this game, which is really sad, because I wanted to like Halo Infinite. It was my most anticipated game from last year, and it turned out to be the game that I want to play the least that I picked up last year. So I don't know, man. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. If this is all they're doing for Season 2, then the future does not look bright. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the current situation surrounding Halo Infinite. Are you guys still playing it? Are you still enjoying it? Or have you moved on to greener pastures? But anyway, guys, I want to thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day to check out this video, and for all the recent support as well. You guys are the fucking best, and I really do appreciate it. I'm actually on a trip for work right now, so I'll be back in about a week. So if it's kind of dry on content and streams and everything, that's why. But I will be back and better than ever before very soon. So appreciate all the support, and I will catch you guys next time.